Hello, sports fans. It is Tuesday, May the 21st, the year 2013, and as usual, a lot to get to in the sports world, so let's get it going right now. Before we recap what went on in the sports world last night and get to our weekly Major League Baseball State of the Union, let me just say we are thinking about the state of Oklahoma. A tornado ripped through that part of the country yesterday. 51 people confirmed dead. Total devastation. Houses lost. People injured. People lost their lives. Terrible situation down there in Oklahoma. Oklahoma, we are thinking about you. With what I do, I love the state of Oklahoma. We love talking about Oklahoma City basketball with Kevin Durant, one of my favorite players. We love talking about the college sports in Oklahoma, whether it be Oklahoma State or the University of Oklahoma. We love the annual football game between Oklahoma and Texas, the Red River Shootout at the Cotton Bowl. So we love the state of Oklahoma. Oklahoma, we are thinking about you. We are pulling for you. You guys hang in there. You guys are going to recover in no time. I know it. Hang in there. So we are thinking about Oklahoma. Without further ado, let's go through some scores of note from last night. Remember, no NBA last night. NBA had the night off. One game in the NHL last night. The Detroit Red Wings at home beat the Chicago Blackhawks 3-1. The Red Wings are now up 2-1 in this series. This is turning into the surprise of the second round. Remember, Detroit is the 7th seed. They already beat the number 2 seed Anaheim Ducks, a series in which Detroit was down 3 different times before they beat Anaheim in Game 7 on the road. Now they are playing the number 1 seed Chicago Blackhawks. The Red Wings lose the first game, and they bounce back to win the next 2. The Red Wings are one of those teams that you just can never count out. Now, this is not a vintage Red Wing team. I mean, we've seen Red Wing teams that are light years better than this team, but they're one of those franchises that always seems to land on its feet, whether it's the Yankees in baseball, the Lakers in basketball. Detroit is that way in hockey. You can never count them out, and here they are up 2-1 over the Blackhawks. So nice job by the Red Wings getting a win. Now there's pressure on the Blackhawks. There is pressure on Chicago now. They had a tremendous regular season. I mean, they win their first round series easy. They win the first game of this round pretty easy. You think they're going to cruise, and lo and behold, they are now down 2-1. Next game in Detroit, that is a huge game. That's either Detroit's up 3-1 or Chicago ties at 2-2, and then Chicago has home ice back. So the next game in Detroit, that Game 4, very pivotal game. A little pressure on the Blackhawks now. We'll see what they're made of. So nice job by the Red Wings last night. Over to your Major League Baseball yesterday. The Cleveland Indians beat the Seattle Mariners. How about the Indians? They take 4 in a row from Seattle. Cleveland is just playing unbelievable ball. Francona just doing a tremendous job as the manager. I never thought Cleveland would be this good this year. Great job by them. Toronto beat Tampa Bay yesterday. Any win Toronto gets is a good one. They need a lot of them. The Yankees rallied late and beat Baltimore. A nice win by the Yankees. How about Mo Rivera? I mean, this guy looks like he could pitch till he's 50 years old. The guy has not missed a beat from missing all of last year. Yankees continuing to do it with multiple guys on the disabled list. Now Pettit's on the DL. You still got Teixeira on the DL, A-Rod on the DL, Jeter on the DL. Just got Granderson back up. And you look up, and the Yankees are still in first place. Atlanta beat Minnesota. Minnesota is starting to dip a little bit. Atlanta continues to play good ball. Cincinnati beat the Mets. Cueto back. He gets the win. Bruce with a home run. Miami beat Philadelphia. What in the world is going on with Hamels for Philadelphia? 1-7. I mean, this guy is a tremendous pitcher. He's 1-7. Howard is day-to-day with his knee. Oakland beat Texas. That's a nice win for Oakland. We'll see if Oakland starts to pick up their play. They've been floundering for a while, starting to pick it up a little bit in the last few days. White Sox beat Boston. Lester handed his first loss of the year. Dodgers actually won a game. They beat Milwaukee. And how about this? Kempenethia actually hit home runs. Unbelievable. Stop the presses. Kershaw, as usual, pitches really nice ball last night for the Dodgers. Houston beat Kansas City. Arizona beat Colorado. How about the pitcher for Arizona, Corbin? 7-0. Tremendous job by him. He looks like a really good pitcher. San Diego beats St. Louis on the West Coast. San Diego is starting to play a little better. I thought they'd be a total dog this year. San Diego's playing decent ball for them, for their standards. I mean, we thought they were going to be one of the worst teams in baseball. They are inching up to 500. And San Francisco beat Washington. Washington just cannot hit, cannot score any runs. So San Francisco gets the win there last night. All right, let's get to our Major League Baseball State of the Union. Let's start in the American League. Let's start in the American League East. We're going to go worst to first. Records, little synopsis. Number 5 in the American League East, the Toronto Blue Jays. They are 18-26. They've been pretty much horrible this year. They've been pretty much been the disappointment of baseball. Burley's been bad. Reyes is still going to be out for a long time. They are still 8 games under 500. I mean, they're 10 games back of the Yankees in the loss column for the division. I don't want to write Toronto out, but I mean, they are just digging themselves a major hole in a tough division. So Toronto in last place right now. Number 4, the Baltimore Orioles. They're 23-21. Going through a little bit of a bad stretch here. They were swept by Tampa at home. Then they blew a game to the Yankees last night. Baltimore in a little bit of a slump. Number 3, Tampa Bay. They're 23-21. They bombed Baltimore in Baltimore. Tampa Bay's starting to play a little better ball. Number 2, Boston. They are 27-18. Boston had a little slump about a week ago. They're starting to pick it up a little bit. They did lose to the White Sox, last night, but overall, nice job by the Red Sox. They're 9 games over 500. Pitching well, defense is good. Ortiz can still hit the long ball. Overall, very nice season so far for the Red Sox. And number 1, the New York Yankees, 28-16. I just mentioned them with all the guys on the DL. How about Kuroda this year? 1.99 earned run average. Tremendous job by him. As I said before, Pettit goes to the DL. I mean, the injuries keep mounting up for the Yankees. Doesn't seem to matter, though. They're still in first place. That is your AL East. Over to your AL Central we go. Last place, the Minnesota Twins. They are 18-23. They've lost 5 straight games at home, 15 of the next 20 on the road. Minnesota was doing a decent job. They may now start to slip. They're not playing good the last week or so. Minnesota may be dipping out of it. Number 4, the Chicago White Sox, 20-23. Sale is a very good pitcher. Peavy's pitching better, but White Sox overall very disappointing. Adam Duncan hit a home run, but he can't bat over 180. Konerko looks like an old elephant this year. I really don't like the White Sox team. Number 3, Kansas City. They are 20-21. Most one-run losses in all of the American League. That is a bad stat for Kansas City. They have a decent team, Kansas City, but they have not been playing well in one-run games. Number 2, Detroit, 23-19. Victor Martinez, what's going on with you? Batting 190? Are you kidding me? Detroit just lost 3 or 4 in Texas. And number 1, the Cleveland Indians, the Tribe, 26-17. They have 7 shutouts this year. How good has Masterson been? How good has Francona, the manager, been? They add Swisher, they add Reynolds, who's hitting home runs. What a tremendous job by the Indians. Now, I hope the people of Cleveland come out and see this team. That's a beautiful ballpark. I know there wasn't any expectations this year for the Cleveland Indians. I know probably people in Cleveland don't believe in this team. Go out and see the team. It's a beautiful ballpark. They're playing well. Go out. I want to see some big crowds in Cleveland over the summer. As far as your AL West goes, number 5, Houston, 13-32. They have a team earned run average of 5.49. Enough said. Number 4, the LA Angels. They are 17-27. Weaver is back soon. That's a plus. They are still 10 games under 500. Terrible year by the Angels so far. Number 3, Seattle. They're 20-25. They can't hit. They just got swept 4 games by Cleveland. They can pitch, but they can't hit Seattle. Number 2, the Oakland A's. They're 24-22. They just swept Kansas City. They needed that. Oakland was in the doldrums for a while. Maybe they start to get out of it. They swept Kansas City. Then they won last night as well. Number 1, Texas Rangers. They are 29-16. 12-4 their last 16. Doing a tremendous job. Just took 3 or 4 from Detroit. Even without Hamilton, Texas still probably the class of this division. That is your American League. Over to your National League we go. Let's start in the National League East. The Miami Marlins are 13-32. They've scored more than 3 once in the last 12 games. I mean, does that not say it all? Dead last in runs scored. And not only are they dead last in runs scored, the team, next to them in runs scored, 25 runs. So the Marlins have scored 25 less runs than the team, just ahead of them as far as runs scored in the league. That is a terrible stat by the Marlins. I mean, we know they're an atrocious team. We know they're bad. I mean, I didn't know they would be this bad this year. I mean, and when is Stanton coming back? He's been out a while. Number 4, the Mets. They are 13-25. Last 14 games, the Mets are hitting .211 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? Going to be a long summer for the Mets. Number 3, the Phillies, 21-24. I mean, I don't want to rule the Phillies out, but Cole Hamels 1-7, Holiday on the DL. Howard now with the knee, he's day-to-day. I mean, I don't know what to think of the Phillies. I hate to count them out. I do like the Philly team. I like some of their players. I like Lee, but, I mean, this doesn't look like a vintage Philadelphia team. Number 2, Washington, 23-22, not hitting at all. They can't score at all. I thought Washington would be much better than this. Only one game over 500, can't score at all. Shut out again last night. Number 1, the Atlanta Braves. They are 26-18. Mike Minor, 2.75 earned run average in his last 29 starts. That is an amazing stat. He is one of the most underrated pitchers in all of baseball. Braves doing a great job. Jay Upton, an amazing season. That is your NL East. Over to your National League Central we go. The Milwaukee Brewers are 17-26. They are falling apart fast. They had a nice little streak where they got back to respectability. Now they've fallen apart again. Number 4, the Cubs, 18-25. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Mets at home. Do we need to say any more? Number 3, the Pittsburgh Pirates, 26-18, 5-2 last week. They have a soft schedule. I like what I see from Pittsburgh. Number 2, Cincinnati, they're 27-18. Votto and Chu, 1-2 with on-base percentage. Nice stat there. I like Cincinnati's team. I think they're going to be right there contending for the playoffs. And number 1, St. Louis, 28-16. Despite all the injuries, they continue to play well. Garcia to the DL, Westbrook hurt, Carpenter out for the year, Vakal out for the year, Freese has been on the DL. Yet you look up and St. Louis is just like the Yankees in first place, one of those classic franchises you can never count out. That is your National League Central. Over to your National League West we go. Number 5, the LA Dodgers. They are 18-25. The bullpen has 13 losses this year. That's most in the majors. 7 losses when leading after 6 innings. That's a terrible stat. And the Dodgers have no wins when they trail after 6. So there's a lot of bad stats for the Dodgers. Do get Greinke back. Kemp did hit a home run. The GM of the Dodgers said Mattingly is safe. I was laughing at that because I'm saying to myself, is the GM safe? Do the owners know about this? I mean, the owners might fire the GM and the manager the way the Dodgers are playing. So the GM saying the manager is safe doesn't mean much to me. What do the owners think? They may can the GM and the manager. We'll keep an eye on that. Number 4, San Diego. They're 21-23. Believe it or not, they're hitting well at Petco Park, which is a tough place to hit, and they're not hitting well on the road. Very surprising stat. San Diego only 2 games under 500. That is a surprise. They are playing better than I thought. Number 3, Colorado. They're 24-21. They did take 3 or 4 from San Francisco. Colorado doing a decent job. Number 2, San Francisco. They're 25-20. Giants pitching has not been good. They did pitch well last night, but overall recently, Giant pitching has not been good. And what's with Lincecum? He hasn't been good in a couple of years now. What's with Lincecum? Remember when he was a dominant pitcher? Now he looks average at best. I don't know what happened to him. Giants 25-20. Don't ever count the Giants out. Their pitching is going to come around. They're going to be there in the end. Number 1, Arizona 26-19. Goldschmidt and Parra, very good this year. I love the manager, Gibson. Arizona's got some good, nice young players. I mean, really nice job by the Arizona Diamondbacks. They are in first place right now. So that is your Major League Baseball State of the Union. Still a long way to go for baseball. As far as tonight, what to watch Tuesday. We have an NBA game tonight, Memphis at San Antonio. This is game 2 with San Antonio leading 1-0. We'll see if Memphis can tie the series. Don't count Memphis out. Remember, they dropped the first game in both the first round and the second round, came back to rally in both of those series. Don't count Memphis out, but you got to favor San Antonio. They're home. They have the experience, but I think Memphis makes it a series. In your NHL tonight, we have 2 big games. Boston at the Rangers. Bruins lead 2-0. We'll keep an eye on Lundqvist. He says his shoulder is bothering him. Hasn't been himself in these first 2 games. Rangers got to get the job done here at the Garden. Got to do exactly what they did against the Capitals. They were down 2-0, came home, got the series even, have to do it again here. Won't be easy. Boston is better than Washington. Boston in the driver's seat. We'll see if the Rangers can get back in the series tonight. Garden should be flying tonight. Also tonight, LA at San Jose. Game 4. LA is up 2-1. San Jose won the last game to get back in the series. Now San Jose has a chance to even the series. I'll tell you, San Jose has not played bad in this series, but LA is so good, so tough. You don't get many goals on them. Quick is an amazing goalie. LA is a nasty physical team, plays good defense. San Jose has played decently. LA's just been a little bit better. We'll see if San Jose can even the series tonight. And, of course, you got your Major League Baseball tonight, as you do always. Okay. You guys are all caught up for Tuesday. You guys, thanks for the support. You guys, thanks for tuning in. Think about the state of Oklahoma. We're definitely thinking about them. You guys enjoy the games tonight. We got one big NBA playoff game. We got two big NHL playoff games. We got baseball, a lot to watch tonight. You guys enjoy the games tonight. Stay safe. Thanks for the support. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow, Wednesday. Take care.